Welcome viewers, you're watching my YouTube channel BioHub and I'm your facilitator Dr. Seema Sharma. Dear viewers, we have to start our new chapter and it is about respiration in organisms. So I've taken you out in the fresh air and I'm going ahead with the breathing exercises. Not only human beings breathe out, breathe in, but these plants, those wild animals, we all inhale fresh air and exhale carbon dioxide rich air, and that is what we have to learn in this video. Come on viewers, let's learn biology. Yes viewers, respiration is one of the important life processes and all living organisms respire. We have to learn about this respiration in little more detail, and for that we are starting our chapter number 11, Respiration in Organisms. I am going to cover this chapter part wise, and this video is about part 1 of this chapter, and in this I have covered respiration, its meaning and importance, and respiration in plants. So stay tuned, watch this video till the last. Let's together explore about the introductory part of respiration. This is the journal layout of our chapter. It is basically divisible into 5 parts. First part is about respiration, its meaning. In second segment, we will explore about respiration in plants. Third segment will give us an insight about different modes of respiration in animals, including human beings. Fourth segment is totally devoted to respiration in human beings. Fifth and the last segment is about different types of respiration. Videos on chapter number 1, 2, 7 and 9 are already available on my channel BioHub. You can go through those also. The learning objective of this video is that after watching this video, 2 things will be crystal clear to my viewers. First, what is respiration? What is its meaning? And second, respiration in plants. Let's start with objective number 1, respiration. Children, there are a number of life processes which are going on within the body of living organism. Whether we are talking about plants, human beings, any other organism, or even microbes. They all are breathing, taking in oxygen-rich air and breathing out carbon dioxide-rich air, which is one of the part of respiration. And this is very important. We can stay alive without food for some days, but we cannot stay alive for more than 1 minute without breathing. So this is the importance of this life process. So let's learn about this. Respiration. Respiration is the process of taking in oxygen from the oxygen-rich air, using it for release of energy by oxidation of glucose and elimination of waste products like carbon dioxide and water. Very long definition. Okay, let me make it little simple. We'll break it and we'll learn it point-wise. So 3 things are taking place whenever the living organism is doing respiration. First, taking in oxygen-rich air. Second, oxidation of glucose with the help of that oxygen. And third point is elimination of waste product like carbon dioxide and water. There are certain stages of respiration. So let's understand about those also. Stages of respiration. They are 2. First, external respiration or breathing. And second is internal respiration or cellular respiration. Now respiration, as I told you that 3 steps are there in the respiration. So this taking in of oxygen rich air and elimination of waste product, they both come under external respiration, whereas release of energy, that is because of the oxidation of glucose present in the cells with the help of this oxygen, it is internal respiration. Let's take up external respiration. External respiration. So breathing in and breathing out is called external respiration. Breathing in, breathing out. This is called external respiration. So taking in oxygen-rich air from the atmosphere and expelling used air out is called external respiration. Now this external respiration, it is further divisible into two subtypes. First, inspiration. In means intake. The process by which oxygen-rich air is taken in, that step is called inspiration. And second step is expiration. EX for expiration, EX for exhale out. So the process by which CO2 rich or carbon dioxide rich air is taken out or exhaled out, that part is called expiration. So in external respiration, we have to learn about two terms. Inspiration, that is breathing in of oxygen rich air, and expiration, that is exhaling out or breathing out carbon dioxide rich air. So this was about external respiration. Now let's learn about internal respiration. Internal respiration is also called cellular respiration. It takes place in the cells of the living organisms. That living organism can be a human being, an animal, microbe or plant. The oxygen taken in by the cells, it oxidizes glucose to produce energy and two waste products, which are carbon dioxide and water. Now here I have used the term oxidizes glucose. So let's learn a little more about this term. What does oxidation mean in general? Any reaction with oxygen is known as oxidation. Formation of rust on the surface of these iron nails is as a result of oxidation. I am also holding one rusted nail. Here oxidation of iron is taking place. Rusting of iron is a physical phenomena and oxidation of glucose is a biological phenomenon. So here also this cut apple is coming in contact with the oxygen present in the air. Its oxidation takes place and you will see gradually its surface will also give a rusty appearance. What does oxidation mean in internal respiration? In internal respiration, oxidation takes place within the cells. The oxygen taken in by the cells, it combines with the glucose present in those cells and it results in oxidation of glucose. There is production of energy plus formation of two byproducts, carbon dioxide and water. So let's understand the same thing with the help of one pictorial representation. Viewers, this is the cell. Within this cell, it has glucose molecules in it which are transported by blood vessels to each and every cell. The same blood vessels, they transport oxygen also to each and every cell. So glucose and oxygen, when they reach into the cell, glucose is oxidized by this oxygen and there is evolution of energy plus carbon dioxide and water. This is what exactly happens in internal respiration or cellular respiration. We can represent this reaction with the help of a chemical equation, equation of respiration. This is the word equation. Glucose plus oxygen is leading to oxidation of glucose. There is evolution of carbon dioxide and production of water. Plus there is release of energy. This is word equation of respiration. Same can be represented with the help of certain symbols and that is called as chemical equation. So chemical formula of glucose is C6H12O6. When it combines with oxygen gas, it leads to its oxidation. There is formation of carbon dioxide, water plus release of energy. Some of the energy released during respiration is used by the organism. It can be an animal, plant or microbe and rest is lost as heat. So up to this, what my viewers have understood that respiration is one of the vital life process. Majority of the living organism, they need oxygen for respiration. This oxygen helps in oxidation of glucose and there is release of energy. That energy is utilized by living organisms for various activities. In addition to that energy, some waste products are also produced during respiration and they are carbon dioxide and water. They are eliminated from the body. So now we are through with our first objective, which was about respiration. Coming to second objective, respiration in plant. All living parts of the plant respire. It includes leaves, stem, flowers, roots, all. They all breathe in oxygen and take out carbon dioxide. Whether we are talking about the leaf, the stem or the roots, they all breathe. Yes viewers, भूलना नहीं है, roots ही सांस लेती हैं. Now coming to the process of respiration in plants. This is very interesting process. Respiration in plants takes place mainly in two parts. Leaves and stem, they do respiration, and roots, they also do respiration. So let's take up respiration in the leaves and stem. This is the leaf. In majority of the leaves on the lower side, there are numerous minute pores which are visible only under the microscope, and that too in a thin slice of this leaf tissue. So there are numerous small gaps or holes which are called stomata. They are present on the lower surface of the leaf and they help in exchange of gases. The majority of the green leaves and the young and tender stems of the plant, they contain numerous tiny pores called stomata. In majority of the plants, they are present on the lower side of the leaf and they are also present in the young stems. So these stomata, they are very tiny pores and they help in exchange of gases. And you know how many approximately? There are roughly 20 to 1000 stomata per millimeter square of the leaf, depending upon the type of plant we are talking about. Stomata, they are minute pores, and those minute pores, they are guarded by some special cells. So each gap or stoma, along with its two guard cells, these green kidney-shaped structures are the guard cells, and the surrounding cells, they constitute stomatal apparatus. This is the structure of stomatal apparatus. This gap, this is very important as far as the exchange of gases is concerned. Gases such as oxygen, carbon dioxide, they enter and leave through these stomata. But how this exchange of gases is taking place? These stomata or the minute pore, there is a special mechanism of closing and opening of these minute pores, and this is due to the expansion and contraction of guard cells due to the supply of moisture and light. So this expansion and contraction of guard cells is responsible for opening and closing of stomata, and hence this is responsible for exchange of gases. So during respiration, when the stomata they open, oxygen is taken in and carbon dioxide is released into the atmosphere by the plant. So this is about the process of respiration in leaves and young and tender stems of the plant. Now coming to the roots. How roots are doing respiration? Roots, they are the underground part of the plant. They are held firmly by the soil particles, and within these soil particles there are numerous very minute gaps. Those gaps, they are filled by air and water. So that air which is getting trapped in these minute gaps within the soil particles, it is utilized by the root cells for respiration. So these minute gaps between the soil particle where the air gets trapped in, this is very important for the roots of the plant to carry out respiration. Do you know viewers, if you will give too much of water to a plant in a pot, you could kill the roots by drowning them? Yes viewers, this is a normal healthy plant growing in a pot. What will happen if you will underwater your plant? Initially there will be drooping of the leaves and stems and then it will die. What can happen if you will overwater your plant? Air present within the soil particles, it will be replaced by the water, and this will lead to the rotting of the roots of the plant and the plant will die. So you don't have to water too much. I want to show you one more case. We have variety of plants. Few are growing in desert area, few are growing near the sea, few are growing near the pond, and there are few which are growing in the muddy area. Like mangroves, they grow in stagnant muddy water. Curious case of mangroves. Those mangrove trees generally grow in stagnant muddy water. In order to breathe in mud, mangrove trees snorkel for air. Just like sea divers, they have snorkels. These mangrove trees, their roots also snorkel for air. They have special roots which grows vertically above the ground to get air for breathing. So they have air breathing roots. So these roots have special tiny pores on their surface, and many of these are visible in this close-up of single air breathing root. And an interesting thing is only air can enter through these. So these breathing roots of mangrove trees are helping them to stay alive in stagnant and muddy piece of land. Now this was about respiration in plants. Many of my students, they have little bit of confusion regarding photosynthesis, which is one of the important life process as far as plants are concerned, and respiration, about which we have discussed in this video. Let's try to differentiate between these two important life processes with the help of this tabulated account. Photosynthesis, it takes place only in the presence of sunlight. Respiration, it continues throughout the day and night. Second point of difference, photosynthesis, it occurs only in the green parts of the plant. Respiration takes place in all living cells of an organism. Here we are talking about plant. So all living parts of the plant, they do respiration. Third point of difference, in case of photosynthesis, sunlight is utilized for the production of glucose, and in case of respiration, glucose is oxidized to release energy. Fourth point, during photosynthesis, carbon dioxide and water are utilized and oxygen gas is released. Whereas during respiration, oxygen gas is utilized and carbon dioxide and water are released. So these are the major differences between these two life processes which are operating in plants. Next question, do plants release oxygen or CO2? The answer is during day, photosynthesis is taking place. During daytime, respiration is also taking place in all the living cells. So both things are going on within the plant. But since photosynthesis is the major activity, so there is net release of O2 during daytime. During night, only respiration is taking place. Since respiration is the only activity, there is a net release of CO2 during night. So during night time, amount of carbon dioxide, it is more. So in olden times, there was a saying that don't sleep under the tree during the night. The logic was this only. During night, the amount of CO2 is more under the trees. But viewers, we do have certain plants which release oxygen throughout day and night. And these are some examples of those plants, like snake plant. It releases oxygen day and night. Money plant. It also releases oxygen day and night. Tulsi and people. They also release oxygen day and night. So that's it for this video. So now it's time to share certain important questions based on the content so that you can go for self-assessment. These questions are not only important from your annual examination point of view, but they are also important from different competitive exams point of view. So I suggest you to go through these. Next time, whenever you will tune into my channel BioHub, I am going to upload part 2 of chapter 10, Respiration in Organisms, and in that I am going to cover respiration in animals. This is very important and interesting part of this chapter. So I want you to join me there also. So with this, I am going to wind up this video. I want to thank all my viewers for supporting my BioHub, watching BioHub videos and responding in the comment section. If you are a new viewer and you are finding the content of my BioHub videos interesting and worth clearing your doubts, then please do subscribe to my channel. And all those viewers who are frequently watching my videos, please like करना, subscribe करना और share करना मत भूलना. With this, I'm going to sign out. It's a bio-bye from your facilitator, but stay tuned to my BioHub and keep exploring about biology with me. Do take good care of yourself. Bye-bye.